trying to put a building in a context and put a building in a place and a campus is the most important issue of being able to have master planning of buildings like this to kind of blend in and fit in with the rest of the campus. So what we did was simply, take the very vibration sensitive labs that were up above and put them down below in a basement of the entire site. So by doing that, we kept the middle floor open, that first floor open, to allow the students to pass underneath this building and connect the residential halls to the rest of the campus.
The idea was to have this great cafe in the lobby that would attract students to come into a building whose primary goal was physics and astronomy, where most students' primary goal would be to stay away from a building that has physics and astronomy. And what you find is the students love the building, and I like being in a building that's full of students.
Had physical scientists on one hand who study the physical nature of the planet in terms of what takes place in the ground, around the ground. The other half of the research taking place was by astronomers who looked to the heavens for inspiration. I'd say these two different types of people. So what we did was put this ellipse in the center of the building. So when you walk underneath, that student gets the sense of looking downward to the ground, physical sciences, and looking upward to the stars, the idea of looking up at lofty goals and lofty ideals. So you communicated very directly to the student body, to the rest of the community of the campus, what they do in the building. Physical science and astronomy.
But the fact that an ellipse is the motion of the planets, and it's just kind of a thing that, a shape like this is a physicsy, astronomy kind of shape.
The ellipse is such a beautiful way of bringing light down to the open area below.
One of the points of the ellipse was to provide a way of looking through from one floor to another to be able to see your colleagues, even if they weren't on the same floor, to be able to see them and see what's going on in different spaces, and to give a sense to the students that science is not something that just comes from books that's transferred to them, but it's an interactive process where people come together and talk and work.
Visually just gives you this sort of a feeling that you want to really make use of that space, you want to collaborate, you want to talk to more people. So I think it has encouraged a much more positive working attitude for us.
I tend to have closer contact with my students. I see them more often because they're more apt to come to this space, which is nice to be in.
I sometimes end up in situations where I'm just passing by, and before you know, I'm talking about this workshop that I attended with a professor from a completely different area, and then I get to learn so much more information about this mission just because this professor is an expert on space missions.
I think that going forward, our building should be a model for modern interaction spaces.
The future of science comes together when people of different disciplines can interact with each other and create new science that no one has thought of before.
But the labs and the lower floors are really the unbelievable part. 22-foot ceilings that can support any type of research that's going on. We're able to do biophysics research down there. We're able to do physics research and X-ray research and laser research.
We wanted to be involved with this building, from every stage of its design and work closely with the campus and the architects. It was a great partnership with the way we built this building. I just love it. It's just a great place, and it makes me happy to come to work every day.